give their daughters in marriage, right? There's the old-fashioned wedding, the one we've become accustomed to in modern times, where the father walks the daughter down the aisle. When that man gives his daughter away to another man, he genuinely believes that in doing so, he's putting his daughter in new hands to someone who can be safe. All right, y'all, so let's go to Switzerland. Because by now, unless you don't watch the news or you live under a rock, you know what just happened in that country. The woman was beautiful, a mother of 2 babies. I don't even think they were married for a decade. Some type of altercation ensued. He claims that she came at him with a knife. And so he unalived her with asphyxiation, I think it was. Then, in a quotation marks panic, she was dismembered and pureed in a blender. You can't make this stuff up. This is the amount of depravity and hate that people are showing now against a person that they sit and claim to love. There are a myriad of reasons that marriages break down, okay? Because there had been some small signs that the two of them were having problems, despite the fact that the photos display a happy family. I'm the last person to say break up a happy home. But violence is a darn good excuse for you to walk away. And how can you reconcile that when you have people with violence that either can't express it or it's just easiest to stay in it because you've worked so hard towards that's just what you want to do. Some people just know who a person is behind the scenes, and so it is hard to leave. It's easy to put the pictures up on social media and live the lie. Let's be honest, all relationships, whether you're married or not, have nuance. People have bad days and things. But there's more to it than this. She was, I think, a former Miss Switzerland, and she encouraged other women by being a consultant, by helping them and assisting them in their future pageantry. I'm using stock pictures. I didn't use hers, but she was a beautiful lady. So I can't imagine the toll it's going to take on the daughters when they're old enough to understand that their father dismembered and unalived their mother. Well, unalived first, then dismembered. And pureed her in a blender. There's a certain type of sadism that comes to that type of punishment. And you all can say what you want. I don't think you puree someone in a blender because you panicked. This is just my opinion. I think that whatever you think that person did to you, perceive that person did to you, or actually did to you, your rage built. Most people listening to this can agree that the thought of chopping someone up, any person, no matter what they did to you, is inconceivable. But to do so and then put their body parts in a blender to be pureed, I don't know Switzerland's laws, but this is beyond depraved. And in a just society where there should be justice, this is not a human being that should walk amongst us. This is one of the few acts that's committed. Because I don't know that I believe in a greater good, but I do believe in a civilized society. This is one of those things that once you cross that line, most of the time, that's always going to be in you. You're always going to be capable of snapping. For the longest time, people would say all of us have a little bit of narcissistic tendencies, and I didn't believe that. I'm starting to increasingly believe it. But what this man did goes beyond narcissism. And now with the fate that his wife, rest in peace, suffered in February, in which I believe he did it based on how the article goes, but I'll let you form your own opinions. They put up a happy family online. See, people can masquerade and hide the pain they really feel. Can you just imagine how this poor woman lived behind the scenes? No person wakes up one day and says, I committed this crime. Now I need to puree this person in a blender. No normal person listening to this can think that way. I believe in God, and I know some of my listeners don't. But I'm praying, because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't wish this on anyone, but this world is just going to continue to get more depraved and more wicked. When someone shows you escalating violence, if you can and you're in that situation, even if it's a friendship, can you please, if you can't get out right away, to at least make a plan? Or have something that you slip to someone when that person wasn't looking. That way, if something does happen to you, someone knew the truth. Protect yourselves at all cost. My sympathies go to the daughters and the family of the deceased. Thanks, everyone.